today, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be showing you room makeover. Finally, after a month. Anyway, before I proceed, I just wanted to take a moment and tell you that I am so grateful for all the, not just the positive responses that I got on my previous videos, but also actually overwhelmed by the calls and messages that I received from friends and family congratulating me. So thank you so much for that. And since I am not myself a fan of long introductions, let's just get started. Here is the cluttered drawing room to which we are going to give a makeover. Too many black wires, stationery and hair accessories all living together in harmony. These are the walls which are home to masterpieces of art made by mom. So this bed type of thing is called a divan bed, and it's way bigger than a single bed but smaller than a double bed. You can see it's quite broad. This is the table where I spent centuries studying and completely lost track of time. And that is the reason for the current condition of the room. This is a multi-purpose stool. This is a center table made of glass, and that is a wooden center table. And none of them are in the center. I'm planning to remove one of these. Moving on to my favorite part. Look at the stunning blue sky right now. It's very cloudy, giving the shots of the view now. Okay, so these chairs are even more comfortable than the sofas, and I like the shape, but I think I'll remove two from here. I'll make this as my filming area because the windows are right in the front and that just lights up this area wonderfully. So I'm trying to achieve as minimalistic a look as possible. If I could, I would have painted everything white. Like the furniture, windows, I would have had a white or grey or nude colored sofa. Something like this or this. Geometrical shapes, number of colors and lighting play an important role. So minimalist style basically means less is more. But let's not get carried away by those images of Google my folks, because we got to work with what we have. Okay, since the furniture isn't easy to move, especially the bed which has storage space and is full of stuff, I need to be sure that everything has a place to go to. So here I am taking dimensions of the furniture and the room. Then for practicality, I will make a layout or floor plan of the room with cutouts of furniture which can be moved around and see if I can actually execute the plan in my head. Okay, so I have taken the dimensions. Now what I want to do is basically just try and fit the size of the room here on this page. But the problem that I'm facing is not actually a problem, but the room dimension is 167.5 into 144. So one thing that I can do is just divide it by 10 and try to fit it in this. So the measurements that I've taken are on an inch scale, but I can do it on a centimeter scale so that I can fit it here. But the problem is that if I take in centimeters, then the length of my room, which is 167.5, and if I convert it into centimeters, not literally, but if I try to make it as 16.75 centimeters here, then it's going to be very small. It's going to be only this much. It's not going to be easy for me to visualize and move the cutouts. So what I've decided is, and I'm going to divide all the figures by 10, then multiply them with 1.5 so that I can use the centimeter scale, but I can take 1.5 centimeters as one unit of mine, and that way the size of the room that I can draw on this paper will be around this much. This is for the glass table. He then did some calculations, divided the room's width into 12 equal parts, drew lines from them. But the marks were a bit off, so the perfectionist that he is, he redid all of it. Then similarly, he divided the length into 12 parts, drew lines to get a grid. The grid was to help us in seeing how much space would be there around the furniture in reality for walking, placing plants, and if the doors could be opened without obstruction. After measuring the width of the door, I made these dotted lines which show me how much space is needed for the door to open and close. So redoing the room again, the bed is where I'm currently sitting, the big sofa right in front of me, glass center table and other sofas to my left, the study table on which I'm working right now, the cluttered wooden table with speakers on my left, and finally round chairs on my right. We'll bring in 2 shelves and place my plant here. So I'll have a lot of space in the center for various activities. Let in some light and start working. Clearly I'm having troubles keeping it on the floor. I've lost my muscles from 3 years ago and maybe my mind too for not squatting properly while keeping it down. On a serious note, slip disc can happen easily with wrong form, so take care. Time to empty the storage in the bed so that I can move it. While emptying the bed, I saw a lot of things that I used as a baby. For example, this soft, fleecy sleeping bag, which feels like a soft cat. At this point, I am exhausted and it's time to take a breath. Next, we are going to my room where there's no natural light or proper lighting for shooting and the footage becomes grainy. Anyways, this is a beautiful walnut wood shelf given by Masi, meaning my mom's sister. It holds my DIYs and some store-bought ornaments, which I'll show you later. This is the open shelf we are keeping outside in the drawing room. And that's a 5-year-old me stuck on ice cream sticks. Wooden planks make the stand heavy, so I took him out. Surprisingly, putting them back was not as easy. In fact, it seemed impossible. Took me ages to do that. It's the next morning and I think you know who this baby is. Getting really popular during the world lockdown is the dalgona coffee. I am not a coffee person, but this eye candy has me going crazy. And so I've started my last day of physical labor for this video with a cup of dalgona coffee. Here I'm just cutting a piece of carpet to put under the rug so that the rug doesn't get dirty. Yesterday I got done with putting all these plants here in this rack, but then later on I realized that there's a hole underneath for the water to drain. So I'm just gonna put these plastic lids so that it doesn't spoil my paper, and once I'm done with that I'll be back. So I finally put my plants here. I'm yet to put a plant in this one. So while this side of the drawing room is almost done, the other side, which I have not shown you guys, looks like this. All the mess that I removed from that table which was there earlier, the center table, is here. You can't control my mood, on my soul. You haven't got for me, wanna rest my bones when I breathe. And the cleaning is getting over in 3, 2, 1, done. Hi. So hopefully you enjoy the several hours of labor fancily portrayed in just a couple of minutes. Anyway, so now that we're done with the cleaning and all the moving around, it's time to move on. So the first thing that I'm doing as a part of the decor is putting a rug to brighten up the room even more. Second thing, as you can see, I am changing my bedsheet. I know I did not iron it, but let's not talk about that. This is a dream catcher that I made in a free workshop. Alright, I just put it there and stuck it somehow. Can you see him? I don't know what exactly I explained before. I think I told you about how I wanted to balance out the colors. The area in front of me, I mean next to the windows, is like quite dark because we have a black glass table. Then we have the red colored sofas, like actually maroon kind of sofas. It just makes the space look smaller. So I wanted white, beige and nude colored stuff here. So that is why I put that white rug below and the white bed sheet. Also, I'm gonna paint these white. I think if I change this painting, there's another painting by mom which is bluish greenish in color. That will go very well with this area and reduce the number of red and oranges on this side. Also, I have on this side, to complement the red sofas, this red cushion. And if we move slightly more towards the right, you can see the black speakers. So like the blacks with blacks and the red sofas here and the red cushion there. I just love the way it is turning out. Ma had once gone to this Rajasthani village themed adventure park where she tried her hand at pottery making out of clay, and that's where she got them from. So ever since then I've been wanting to paint these. I'm using spray paint to get an even coat. So these are some vases given by my friend Dhiren. Got them from Vietnam, I think Vietnam or Singapore. It is made out of paper quilling. I already have some vases which are of the similar shape, so I thought why not keep them here. Thank you so much for this, Dhiren. Next, I am changing the painting. Here comes another one of mom's paintings. Should I have said attempting to change? The screw is small for this painting. So I replaced it with a longer one and managed to hang it. The paint is now dry and I've kept them back. It's time for some more plants. Actually a lot of plants. And that tiny one right there, this money plant, is my absolute favorite. And that jade plant also looks stunning. Thanks for planting that one, Mom. And this one too. My friend calling from outside. Yes, Chloe. I think that looks pretty great. The color, the combination of white and pink. And then here we have some of the greens and goldens to give a royal look. But I feel this shelf is still too cluttered, so I'll make slight changes. This area looks like a jungle because this one is quite dense and this is not the look that I wanted. I wanted it to be neat. I feel that the beauty of the palm plant comes when it stands alone. Sadly, these roses have no space in the room, at least for a few months now. I've also kept this creeper here. I'll remove this one now. Time to throw in some hand embroidered cushions. Good shot. Okay, it's time to put a throw rug now. And lastly, I'll be fixing this lamp because once when I plugged this lamp into the socket and switched it on, there was a tiny blast, maybe due to short circuiting. Fascinating. It's finally done. Let's pray that it will not blast this time. Yes. Very much possible to change the look of your room with the stuff that you already own. Slight changes can make you feel refreshed, energized. So try it out for yourself and see the difference in your productivity level. And if you do give a makeover to your room, share the before and after pictures on my Instagram. I would really like to see them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.